folks, how's it going? Welcome to Hobie Cat Days. Well, kicking back on the couch, it's the middle of winter. Well, it's actually not nearly at the end of winter, but hasn't been much sailing. We went to Port Melbourne last weekend and did shoot, but there was no wind, so I'm not going to bring you that because it's just absolutely boring. So we're going to bring you more from our series from Hobie Archaeology, and we've got the great man Jeff Rowden, who's going to give us a little bit of a talk about his famous 60-knot day at Sandy Point. So stick around, and hopefully in the next week or two we'll have some footage from the boat, but I'm sure you're going to get a kick out of this one. So yeah, we'll catch you later.
So today we've got Jeff Rowden, Victorian local and Hobie legend in his own right. Jeff, what have you got for us today?
Well, I guess I was going to talk about probably the one of the things I did a bit crazy back in the day, back in 1992. There is a video up on YouTube. It's been there 10 years, and it's got 100,000 views or so. It's got 100,000 views. It just clocked over. There's a number of comments there, a lot of negative stuff, a lot of positive stuff, but
that's the way of Hobie sailing, Rowdy.
Yeah, we just thought we'd go down there one day to Sandy Point down in Victoria, and see if we could sail the Hobie 16 in as much wind as we could without it breaking up. And I guess luckily it was blowing about 60 knots. But some people don't think it was 60 knots. So they said it's a lot less. So I just said, yeah, it wasn't 60 knots. It was actually 70. But anyway, there's a lot of controversy, but it was just a fun day, just heading down there with David Sylvester and a few other old-time Hobie Cat sailors back in the day. There was Brent Stacey there, Scott Leggett and all these guys. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just a pretty windy day, and we just ended up ripping the jib. The jib clew ended up like flapping into the window of the jib, and that punched a hole through there just from the sheer flapping of the jib block. So we couldn't really use the jib because it started to tear through the threading and everything. So we ended up taking the jib off just out of pure default, and then we just sailed under the mainsail with a reef in the sail. We didn't have a reefing lug set up, so we just tied a piece of rope from the head of the mast and set it up the right length. And then we just wrapped the excess sail around the boom and just went for a blast up and down the Sandy Point. But it wasn't really dangerous or anything. It was just a fun day in flat water. So yeah, that's just something that we did back in the day that we really enjoyed, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that planned, Rowdy, or just sporadic? Like, did you guys just wake up in the morning and go, oh, we're just going to go down to Sandy Point and take her out in 60 knots?
Back in the day, we didn't even think. We didn't even have a weather forecast. No. We went down there, and the day before I think it was the Saturday, and there was absolutely no wind. It was as dead as it comes. There wasn't even one knot of breeze, and we didn't put any of that footage up. The video goes a lot longer. We edited it down to 10 minutes. There's actually a half an hour version. It's got the extended play version if you ever want to watch it. It shows a lot more of the things that happened. But we went down there, and there was no wind on the Saturday, and we slept the night on the sand dune with the cars, and we basically had them bogged in the sand with the water lapping up on the back of the wheels. Well, that did some crazy stuff. And then we got up in the morning, and it was freezing cold. Nobody even wanted to get out of their car. We slept in the back of our panel vans, and we got up and we finally decided to rig the boat, throw the mainsail up, and there was another Hobie 16 there. He put his jib up. He thought he'd kind of tag along with us, Scott Leggett. He puts his jib up, and the wind was blowing so much it got ripped out of his hands as he was trying to hook the bottom of the jib onto the bridle wires, and the jib's flapping out off the hounds like a flag, like violently flapping out at 90 degrees off the hounds, and we had to lay the boat down to retrieve his jib. So there's a lot of funny stuff happened. And I rigged my boat blowing so hard, we tipped the boat over, just with its mast up on the sand sideways, and we turned it so the bows were facing into the breeze. No, but before that, it wasn't quite into the breeze. This massive gust came along and it blew the boat down the beach 50 metres. We had to run after the boat with the mast. The mast was digging into the sand with the wind on the trampoline, and it blew it about 50 metres down the hard sandbar, and we all chased after the boat. So we didn't quite catch it on the video.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was a
What
funny
year,
old
what year was this again, Rowdy? Was this
That's nuts.
92?
91, 92. I can't remember 91, 92, but we didn't know. We didn't know it was going to be windy on the Sunday. We just got up and the wind was absolutely honking. And we got the forecast off the bomb. We got it printed out, so it's up on the video if you want to look at it. You know, it says it's 111 kilometres an hour of breeze, which is 60 knots. But there's still a lot of people that don't believe it. They think a Hobie should have blown up in those kind of conditions.
No, bulletproof.
Good bulletproof Hobies they are. Yeah, we snapped the rudder
that-
off. One of the rudders snapped off.
Of course you did. They weren't EPOs back then either, were they?
Yeah.
They were just white
Well,
ones,
they would have
weren't
been
they?
APO ones back then in the 90s, I'd say. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure but when one of the rudders ended up snapping, and then there was another spare boat there, so we grabbed his rudder for the day, and we bolted that one on in replace of our broken one, and we went out again, and did a couple of hours.
And just correct me if I'm wrong. Sandy Point's where they broke the speed record, wasn't it? For sailing
back
as
in
well,
the day
wasn't
they
it,
had
or-
that. Yeah, McKeon sailed his Yellow Pages. I'm not sure what sort of boat it was, but that's where they used to practice and try and get and break the speed record down there, which I think he may have held for some time 30 years ago. Yeah, that's where they used to practice. So we thought we'd go down there. We didn't really go down there to really try and, I don't know, break a speed record. We just wanted to go down there and have a sail amongst that kind of where the windsurfers go, and it was just a spur of the moment weekend.
Give it a bit of a crack, see what we can do.
Yeah, no. Epic footage, which you can see below here in the video. So.
Rowdy, have you done anything remotely similar to that since then, do you think? Anything of the same sort of vibe or anything like it?
We did do the 40 knot we did the 40 knot session out at Port Melbourne we went 3 up on the boat with no jib. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that. Was that you?
Yeah, I'll put that
Was
below
you,
as well.
Fletcher,
So
and Zach, was it Zach?
Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember Will McKenzie, Tate Fortier, and I did the similar thing back at the combined high school sailing championships one time. It was this 35 plus westerly, and all three of us went out in the 16. I think Tate was Will was steering, Tate was working the main, and I was on the jib out on trapeze.
Yeah.
And it was just this honking westerly on Lake Macquarie, and I was the one on trapeze getting smashed, getting teabagged, sent out the back.
Yeah.
Climb back on, do it again. We're just trying to go as fast as we could. So those three up on a 16 in windy conditions, flat water, can't beat it.
No, it's so much fun. You know, everyone gets a job. Someone steers, someone's on the main sheet, and someone's just crewing in the middle or something. Yeah, it's quite a fun day. But yeah, we went out because the club racing was cancelled that day. So I just rigged the boat up just to go out and see what we could manage in the big wind, and it was quite comfortable with 3 on board in those conditions.
Oh, they definitely weigh it down. We'll see what we can do for the Nationals later this year. Actually, on that topic, Rowdy, what's your plan for the Nationals later this year? What are you sailing? What do you plan to do?
I'll do 2 series. I'll probably do 16 first up, and then 14 in the second series.
Epic.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to look pretty good. What was do you remember? I think were you top 10 for the States earlier this year?
Up in New South Wales?
Yeah, that 14 states. That's been the largest gathering of 14s.
Oh yeah, I think I came 10th. Yeah. So I was happy with that because the first day was pretty windy and I was going really well. Then the wind dropped out, which didn't really suit the slightly heavier guys.
No.
So we dropped down the fleet a bit. So I'm hoping for, a really, really windy series at the Nationals. Series 2 especially.
4 days of nor'easters.
Oh,
that's what we've been in.
Yeah. 1
or 2 black nor'easters in the middle of it, and see if we can get a wave challenge in there.
Yeah.
1 or 2 days of it.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. Yeah.
Put in your orders for Breeze now. So thanks, Rowdy, for joining us today on our inaugural episode of Totally Immersed TV on the radio. We're looking forward to seeing you very soon at the events to come. And for everyone else, stay tuned for more info, more episodes, more instalments to come. But on behalf of myself and Luke, I would like to say thank you for tuning in, and we'll be seeing you soon.